sides arrive onto the field this afternoon, just making their way to the middle of the pitch. I'll just quickly go over again the sides this afternoon. For Slough then, it is Dan Lincoln in goal, Josh Chapman, Dan Bayliss, Matt Lynch, Nathan Minas, Johnny Goddard, Scott Davis, Temia Wecker. 3 changes are Tyrese Dice, Manash Sandiri, David O'Connor, and on the bench for the Rebels is Joe Dandy, Jamal Prosper, new signing David Hamiga, hopefully to make his first appearance for the side today, Ezi Ebasume and Slavy Sparzov, and on the away side this afternoon for Maidstone, it's Lucas Kovalan in goal, Chaya Zenalim, George Fowler, Jeff Tatanga, Riley Court, new signing for them as well, Mohamed Ufal, Harry Kiprianu, Sam Bone, Bavesh Gurung, Paul Appiah, Matt Rush, and on the bench is Gavin Hoyt, Rafe Brown, Timmy Abraham, Harley Earl, and Liam Soul. Yeah, I think we are now just going to quickly be interrupted by the moment's silence, or I think it's actually a moment of applause instead. Yeah, a brilliant moment of applause there observed by everyone in the ground in memory of Christian Rowe and Kevin McGoldrick.
So, for them to have made the 4th round at this level of football, all credit to them. And yeah, just possibly could have hoped for a little bit of a better draw, but still, Ipswich away, fantastic for them. Will be a momentous day out, I'm sure.
Oh, and an early chance potentially as Lynch flicks it over his shoulder and Minas just drags his shot in the box there. Bonner desperately tries to keep it in play and, according to the linesman, hasn't done so. So the free kick there taken by Scott Davis, headed away. Chapman does his best to play it back to the player manager. Fires one in towards the edge of the box again. Falls down from Bayliss's header, and it's a strike towards goal by that man, Josh Jackman. And Slough take the early lead at Arbour Park.
Lovely finish, you know, the ball had come back out to Davis. Long diagonal ball into the box, headed down by Chapman. Don't think it was particularly well defended, but again, a nice controlled finish from the advancing Chapman, just on the right-hand side of the penalty area, probably about 8-10 yards out, just to the left-hand side of Kovalen's goal, and a lovely controlled strike back across the face of goal there, into that far corner. 1-0 Slough. Finds
Ogbonna. Going to try and take on a Zenalim here. Cuts inside, now it's outside, and he plays a 1-2 with Johnny Goddard here, Ogbonna. Just on the edge of the box on that right side. Needs some support from Goddard, who plays it back to Lynch. Finds Josh Chapman, who heads it again towards goal. And as Aid said just after the goal, he loves attacking this Maidstone team, it seems, after what we've already seen today, and of course that Maidstone goal from last year. Another corner kick then. It's a low one towards the near post, and it's headed away by Scott Davis. So now they almost let it get back through their own defence there and almost gave Maidstone a half chance, but it's been pushed out now towards the halfway line, and it's ended up now back on the left-hand side. Some great footwork there from Tanga in the box, and I think just due to the amount of Slough shirts in front of him, although I think there's also potentially a couple of injuries here for Slough now, but Tanga wasn't able to get a stronger effort off.
As Lynch prepares to deliver the corner.
Yep, in it comes. It's towards Tyrese Dice, who's headed it down. Massive claims of handball behind the goal from the Slough fans. Still alive though, as Minas plays it across to Dice to play a ball in. And then Aweka's made a potentially late challenge there on Lucas Kovalan, who's down in the box. It's whipped in by Scott Davis. It's a low one, which is I think it was tipped onto the post in the end there by Kovalan. Fired out wide to Kiprianu, who's going to try and take on Josh Chapman. But Chapman there just winning the ball back off of him with ease. But Kiprianu's trying to trap Chapman in the corner. Can't quite do so. Chapman's clearance, though, is picked up by Tanga in the box. Just knocked away from him by Sandiri. Still with Maidstone at the moment as the player goes down. And the referee's very quick to give a penalty there against, I think it was Temia Wecker. Mohamed Ufal gone down. He hasn't had the most eye-catching of debuts, but a goal will help ease that feeling of not doing too much. And Dan Lincoln does get a hand to it, but it has gone in the end. The stones are level. And it's very much game on here at Arbour Park. Yep, throw in taken by Cipriano. Tanga, who seems to have lifted his performance in the early parts of this second half, has managed to somehow spin away from a couple of Slough players. Strike towards goal is saved by a strong hand from Dan Lincoln. Hasn't been gotten away though by Slough, and another kind of poor foul is committed by, I think that was Sandiri, right on the edge of the box there, again on Mohamedou Foul, who's had some impact in the last 5 minutes. Referee's happy. It's going to be Bone to strike, and he goes for power, and that feels like potentially a missed opportunity because as much as these goalkeepers tend to, they know what they're doing, they think they know what they're doing. Dan Lincoln left his right-hand side there very open, and I thought it was going to be Cipriano to try and bend it over the wall into that corner.
Yeah, I think it certainly would have favoured the left footer there.
Yeah. Almost a run for Nathan Minas to make there, who hasn't had too much to do today, although Bonner's now picked it up and found Johnny Goddard as he looks to also find Nathan Minas, but it's just bounced off the back of his foot. Still alive though for Slough. So strike a goal there from Sandiri towards the right-hand side post of Covolan's goal. So strike from, I'd probably say about roughly 21, 22, 23 yards out, but comfortable in the end for the Brazilian goalkeeper. It's going to be a long throw from Lench, aiming for Dan Bayliss, who does flick it towards goal, but it's comfortable again for Covolan. And here comes the Slough substitution.
It's Bonner that Sparzov is going to replace. Which perhaps a little bit of an interesting one, given how Slough have been trying to play in this second half.
Yeah, you just wonder if maybe the whack he took earlier on might have affected things, and also, as you said, Gary, we've got a few fixtures more in January to think about as well. It looks like Sparzov will go up front with Nathan Minas now, as he affects play immediately there and is immediately challenged by Rafe Brown, who is already on a yellow card, and he is going to see a second yellow, and he will be shown the red. So what an impact in less than about 5 seconds from Slavi Sparzov there. Ball played into his feet, takes it away from the defender, had his legs swept away from him, and in 5 seconds Slavi Sparzov's had an impact on this game. Picked up now by second half sub Timmy Abraham. Slough just struggling to keep the ball, and now a foul from Japman on Jeff Tatanga. And as Gary said, there's less than 10 minutes to go as they opt to take a very quick free kick at goal, and Dan Bayliss has had to tip it over the bar in the end, as a number of fans around us are saying it was clearly a moving ball. Maidstone to fire in. It's a very awkward one towards the back area, which Dan Bayliss gets his head on. It's breakaway now for a Wecker, who tries to supply Slavi Sparzov, who's turned Tanga, heading towards the right side of the box, turns inside Tanga excellently well, plays it across the box, it's forward to the feet of Johnny Goddard, who low strikes it towards the bottom corner, and Slough take the lead. It's a fantastic counter-attack from the Rebels.
Great break and footwork there from Sparzov down that right-hand side, and a composed ball back across. Excellently left in the middle by Minas, and then again composed finish just from Goddard, just to bring that ball just back inside onto his right foot, and then just a nice side-footed finish back across the goals. Slough 2, Maidstone 1.
Absolutely excellent. The impact this man has had in less than 5 minutes is absurd. Slavi Sparzov, he needs to start, don't you think, again? He needs to be given another chance to start, or do you think the effort he brings to the side when he does come off the bench, because that's where we've seen him affect the game the most for Slough?
It's that thing, isn't it? You know, it's being able to impact games coming on as a sub, and then when you get the opportunity to start and not being able to generate that sort of same level of impact.
It's flicked on by Fallon to the box, but Bayliss follows up with his own header. And Eze there tries to affect play. I think it came off his shoulder in the end, as Gurung goes down over nothing, that has to be said. And there might be a chance for Slough to break here, and it's fed through from Minas on to Sparzov. I don't think that was offside, if I'm being perfectly honest, but it doesn't matter because the referee blows for full time here at Arbour Park, as Dan Lincoln drops to the floor. It's finished here at Arbour Park, Slough Town 2, Maidstone United 1. It was edgy in that second half, but Slough have managed to hold on after what was a brilliant substitute appearance again from Slavy Sparsov. And all 3 points heading the way of the Rebels.